Good evening, San Antonio and beyond. Welcome to the Cosmic Mass, the first Cosmic Mass in San Antonio. Now I want to begin by inviting everyone up. Unless you have a physical need, you're not allowed to sit in chairs anymore. This is getting together, so come on up, create a circle, rub shoulders a little, it's not going to hurt. So my name is Matthew Fox, and I'm a troublemaker. Now we're here to do something that's going to be very fun, but also very serious, and I hope very deep. Because we're here to pray together. No matter what tradition we come from, we're all here to go into our hearts together and to find the joy that's there, and to bring it alive, because we all need the energy of joy in these times, these difficult times. So the very first part of our prayer together will be a building up of joy and a reminding of the joy that we do carry, all of us, because we're happy to be here. Yes. It's been a 13.8 billion year journey. Of course we're happy to be here. And the earth has unfolded over 4.5 billion years and is welcoming us. Why wouldn't we be happy to be here? So that's the start. That's what the mystics call the via positiva. Taking in the joy, singing and dancing to the joy. Now after we do the joy, we'll go into what is called the via negativa. And for that, there will be some silent time, some emptying of our minds, and there will also be together a grieving practice, because there are so many reasons we need to grieve together today. The destruction of the planet as we know it, so many species disappearing, the struggles with the injustices happening at the border, and so many other trials and tribulations that our species has to begin to grow up and address from a deep place. So we will be doing a grieving experience together. And I do want to tell you that we'll have 4 people here who will be kind of overlooking the grieving. So if anyone has a particular issue that takes them a little too far over the edge, you will be taken care of. And but together, I really want to encourage you to hold, not to hold back, but to, just as we don't want to hold back with the joy, so we don't want to hold back with the grieving. We'll be getting into our 3rd chakra, down in our gut, because that's where we carry our grief. And then following the grief, there will be a silent time and a sharing of peace together, and there will be a procession. I think the dragon's coming back, and some other beings to be part of the procession. And then we'll be sharing bread and non-alcoholic wine together, again in an archetypal sharing of the food, the cosmic food, the sacred food of the universe. The theme of our whole Mass tonight is our sacred earth. Let's say that together. Our sacred earth. Say it again. Our sacred earth. And again, our sacred earth. Yes, it is ours. That means it's all the beautiful beings on the planet. The dragons, the elephants, the cheetahs, the whales, the rainforest, the soil, none of which we can take for granted any longer. None of it can we take for granted any longer. And the water, all of it. We have to get more and more aware. What a great gift, what a great blessing we have been bestowed with. Thanks to our ancestors, thanks to the billions of years that have brought us here. All this we want to celebrate. And then our final practice together will be a dance where we will stir up the warrior energy. Because when we leave, we have to have that warrior energy. All of us go back to our work, go back to our citizenship, go back to our communities and families. We want to go back stronger than when we came here, stronger. You know, the word courage in French comes from French, two words, cœur, large, a big heart. So that's what we're doing here tonight. We're trying to expand our hearts. And that's why it begins with joy, because joy makes the heart grow. It's fear that shrinks us, not joy. And so we build through those four paths, the via negativa, via positiva, via negativa, via creativa, then the via transformativa, the work of justice and compassion. So it builds up this heart energy. That's what we do when we pray. And it's thrilling to me that so many are here. And of course, you want to thank all those, you know, the word liturgy is a Greek word for work of the people. Work of the people. And if you look at this little program, you can see how many people have already worked on this project tonight. The musicians, of course, the dragon people, of course, the organizers, the beautiful altars that were created here. So many people in the community here in town, celebration community, is that what it's called?
Celebration Circle.
Celebration Circle, that's better. What's that?
And many others.
And many others, including a team that I brought from the Bay Area. So yes, many others. So that's just the beginning though, because now everyone here is going to be working. We're all going to be working. We're going to be dancing and praying and singing and grieving together, and that's good. We'll be sweating too. What's that?
Say it again. Dancing.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to have an opening from Skylar, the director of our Mass, and we'll then have the four directions to get us into a sense of the sacredness of the cosmos, the four directions, sacred directions of the cosmos.
Thank you, Matthew.
It's not on.
The green light's on. It's not on. Yeah, it is.
You want to use this?
Hello? Yes.
There you go.
Whoa. All right. I'm here. Are you guys all feeling all right? Feeling good? You happy to be here? Yeah, it's a pleasure. This is one of my favorite things to do. And before we go any further, I want to just see if you could put your cell phones on silent. That can be really distracting. So if you could put them on silent or on airplane mode, that would be great. And who here's been to a Cosmic Mass before? Raise your hand. A few people, but most of you are new. So this is going to be fun and interesting and an adventure. So I honor your courage for coming. And everyone knows where the bathrooms are, water through these doors and over there. Just want to make sure we have all that taken. Through the doors and to the right. And then to the left for the bathrooms. So, and there's a water fountain with cups, I think, over there. Great. All right, without further ado, we're going to do a didgeridoo blessing. My friend Steve here, who's part of the Circle Band, is going to join me. I spent almost a year in Australia working with some Aboriginal people that were in the Sydney area and outside. I traveled a bit, and it profoundly changed my life, the didgeridoo instrument, just the vibration. And so I want to share that healing with you and thank the ancestors of that land for providing this beautiful thousands and thousands year old instrument, potentially one of the oldest instruments. Feel free to close your eyes, feel your feet on the ground, and drop in.
Osio Ganali, Galanchi Dawado. Hello, friends. My name is Galanchi. My English name is Vance. I'm a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. So San Antonio has become my home, but it is not my place. I'm a bit of a troublemaker, too. And in that troublemakingness, I have to talk justice just a moment to remind us that we're standing on stolen ground, standing on stolen land. And so it's important for me, because this is not my place, though it's my home, to acknowledge the people who were here before us, the Coatecan people in particular, who were stewards of this land for potentially 16,000 years. Not just them, but many others, including our non-human sisters and brothers. And so I lift them up, I name them, so that we might honor them and give them thanks today. So I invite you to join me in a traditional prayer setting, the Four Directions prayer. If you're seated, please stand as you're able. Creator God, as relatives of this community, we are brought together to celebrate our lives in your love. Let us remember all of our relatives, past and present, winged and four-legged. Let us face the east. As we face the east, it is the time of beginnings, with the rising of the sun, the birth of a child, the start of the week we begin anew. With the springtime comes the blossoming of the plants and the birth of the animals, as we celebrate the emerging patterns of life. We seek to hear the heartbeat of Mother Earth. We give thanks for our birth, this time of exploration and creation. Let us face the south. As we face the south, we celebrate and acknowledge our emotion. We recognize the strengths and struggles of our youth. Help us share our laughter, love, and joy as we walk and dance through the day in our world of diversity. In this time of growing, we hear the heartbeat of Mother Earth. We give thanks for the gifts of tenderness, kindness, and understanding, for these draw us closer to each other and our Creator. Let us face the west. As we face the west, we celebrate spirit. This is the time of reflection and of stillness for our ultimate growth, bringing together the patterns of life and our emotions with the Spirit. We are led to a greater faith. As we reap the harvest, we hear the heartbeat of Mother Earth. As the sun moves along its path in the sky, we bring closure to those who have walked on. We remember and reflect on the experiences of the day. We give thanks for this time of reflection and of remembrance. Let us face the north. In facing the north, we celebrate the life of our elders, for the gifts of insight and wisdom that God has revealed to them out of their past, which are so vital to us in our present. In the evening, as we gather at home to listen to the stories, we hear and feel the heartbeat of Mother Earth. As we listen and share, we build respect for each other. We give thanks for the strengths of our community. You may face the center. As we continue the circles of life, we are united in the love of the Creator, God. As we look downward to Mother Earth, we are reminded of the unlimited gift of her care. As we look upward to Father Sky, we are reminded of the unlimited gift of His grace. We listen for the heartbeat, and we are reminded that as we move through our lives, we impact all around us. We are reminded of our responsibility to nurture those around us, as we are nurtured through creation by all of our non-human sisters and brothers. We give our thanks to our God, who provides the gifts given to us from the four directions: Mother Earth and Father Sky. Amen. Aho.
Aho.
Amen.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. For it all. Is the didgeridoo in the room? Can I have that A? Or I'm going to start it here. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. That's your part. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't you give up. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up.
Don't give up.
Keep moving on. Yes, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. All bodies in the room, let's open up this circle and let's connect hands as we begin our spiral dance. So, Jen, who's the leader? Do we need to appoint a leader?
I'm the leader.
Matthew is the leader. So where's Matthew?
I'm here.
There he is. You see Matthew's hand? He's leading. So take the hand of the person next to you, and remember, this is family. We're all in love right here, right now. And as we are doing this spiral dance,
Maybe I'll start here.
we're singing, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead. Repeat after me. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. Oh, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared, but I'm scared too. So here I next to you. Oh, you gotta put a one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with. Be careful with your neighbors. You're one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love and lead with love and lead with. Can I get more mic? And lead with love and lead with love. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain. Keep the spiral dance going. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Spiral dance. Keep all the pain inside of us. Keep all the pain inside. Oh, open the oceans wide enough. We're still doing our spiral dance as we're singing. I da 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 Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain inside. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain inside. Yes. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain inside. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain inside. Yes. I die da die 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 Watch that step. Die, 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 die. Watch this. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Watch it. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain inside. Open the oceans wide enough. Open the oceans wide. Take all the pain inside of us. Take all the pain inside. I die da die 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 da die 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 da die 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 da die 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 da die 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 collective om.
Great job. Great job.
Okay, I want to invite
That
you all
was
to
an interesting
sit.
spiral dance. It was good. Matthew, would you please come up?
Yeah. So invite everyone to sit. Get
Come
comfortable.
close and sit down on the
You don't
floor.
have to
if you're-
sit for long, but for a little while.
Or you could also, if you can't
If
sit
you,
on the
if you
floor, you could bring
need a chair, I'll find one. Treat yourself well. So I'll speak a few minutes to the topic tonight, and then Skylar will speak a few minutes to the topic tonight. And then we're going to invite you to share with the neighbor your thoughts about the topic tonight. And the topic again is? Our sacred earth. There you go, our sacred earth. Now I want to land on this word sacred. This word sacred. A number of years ago I had a dream. And the dream said to me, there's nothing wrong with human species today except one thing. Now that's an odd dream right there, isn't it? I bet if I gave you paper and pencil, you could come up with about 99 things in 15 minutes. One thing wrong with us. You have forgotten the sense of the sacred.
Absolutely.
That's the dream I got. And it's what the Native American people call a big dream, meaning it wasn't for me personally, it was for the community, for all of us. Have we forgotten the sense of the sacred? Buck Ghost Horse is a Lakota teacher, taught with me for years, a beautiful man. He's deceased now. But here was one lesson he taught me among many. He said, do you want to know how sacred water is? Go without it for 3 days and 3 nights. And when you take that first sip, you know what the sacred is. And I think that applies to water. I think it applies to healthy air, to healthy soil, to the healthy forests, to the healthy four-legged ones, wonderful creatures of the land, and the fishes, and the birds. We're losing them all. All this sacredness is being sacrificed by human anthropocentrism, what Pope Francis rightly calls our narcissism as a species. Are you thinking what? That 13.8 billion years were just for us? Are you kidding me? What would life be like without the birds, without the reptiles, without the insects, without the bumblebees, without the four-legged ones, without the fishes? It would be boring as well as impossible. So this is what it means to get deeper into the lessons of the sacred. But we can't take things for granted anymore. We can't take things for granted anymore. And this is why we need occasions like this to stir the gratitude up and to empower ourselves, to get our imaginations lit, on fire, because time is running out for our species and these many other species. The United Nations Declaration of last year, put together by scientists from all over the world, told us bluntly we have 12 years left to change our ways as a species. And I can't think of a deeper way to change our ways than to recover a sense of the sacred. Thomas Berry, one of the great geo-prophets of our generation, he's now deceased, he says, we will not save what we do not love. We will not save what we do not love, and we will not love what we do not recognize as sacred. We are all anointed to be lovers and to be assisting co-creating in this work of bringing the health of our beautiful planet, our unique planet, our diverse planet, our marvelous and surprising planet back to brilliance again. Now, Skylar, why don't you say something about the projects you're involved in to recover a sense of the sacred?
Thank you, Matthew. So, let me think. Just want to ask all of you for a second to tune in to what that sense of the sacred is for you. And what's your calling? What brought you here? What brings you that sense of purpose, that sense of doubtless courage to pursue something? And as we've traveled around doing the Cosmic Mass over the years, meeting many spiritual warriors, many people of all traditions and none, atheists included, that have come and done these rituals with us, we've been moved, and we've seen so many people that are stepping forth with such courage on their path. And so Matthew and I both had dreams in the same week of a gathering, different dreams, but a gathering of all those people. And we called it the Order of the Sacred Earth. And along with Jennifer Barrett, who's my partner, and we've been working on that, and we've been traveling around. And there's now 45 pods around the world and about 1,500 people. What the Order of the Sacred Earth is a common vow. It's a common vow to be present to the earth as a conscious being of whatever way you experience that, and to pledge to be the best lover and defender that you can of the earth. And it's not about guilt-tripping yourself. It's not about comparing yourself to what others are doing and you aren't. It's about tuning in to what is it that you can do? What's core for, why are you here? Where are you going? What do you want your 10 years from now? What do you want the kids in your community to be? What do you want them to have access to? What kind of world? And we still have the ability to create so much beauty, to plant new forests, to change our culture. And that's what we're here to do, and that's what rituals like this are really helpful in doing. So thank you for being here. And I want you to just turn to somebody near you now. Before I keep going, I brought this flyer up, and there's more out there. And if you feel any sense of pull to just find out more about what this is and see if you want to be a part of a pod, I invite you to do so. And it can look a number of different ways. So just find one of these out there. So turn to somebody near you. Take a minute to drop in. 10 seconds to drop in.
I hope this thing's not on. Okay, we don't want our conversation to be broadcast.
So you're pairing off in twos. If you can, just two people in each pair. Okay. Now that we're acquainted, now that we've said hello,
Lorena. Yes, thank you. This is my first Cosmic Mass.
You live in San Antonio?
Yes.
it's good, right? It's good to connect.
Roundabout at the Celebration Circle.
So I want you to ask your partner now.
Partner.
Please ask your partner, what does the sacred mean to you? And please listen. And I'm going to give you a minute to just share anything that comes to mind from your heart, a minute each. And I'll ding this bell, or I'll ding the Tibetan bowl when it's time to switch. Thank you.
Go first.
Oh my goodness. The sacred for me is love, changeless, everything that we have been giving on this earth. Everything, nature.
kind of tripping on what you said. So I think he's going to ring the bell when it's right time to talk, but if you won't be trouble. But look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. That's it. Well, like you, I would just say that which is bigger than me, bigger than us, that which makes us instead of what we make, and that which has been here a long time, but we can't ourselves make. It's holy. It's holy because it exists, because it's beautiful. Probably unrepeatable.
So bringing your share to a close and switch partners if you haven't already. Another minute to share.
Yeah, so that's kind of what that I come to, but it's very parallel to what you're talking about. Too. But it's kind of bigger than words too,
Right,
isn't
you
it?
can't express it.
Exactly. Yeah. But we did a pretty good job.
We are. Words can only carry so many.
Exactly. And there's the silence of awe and the sacred. Yeah. Do you think you know it when you see it? Do you know it when you see it? Would you say that?
When we see it.
Yeah. And you experience the sacred.
So start to wrap up your share. Thank you. Thank your partner. And start to come back to stillness. Thank your partner. All right. Thank you. Let's have a moment of silence. And just tune in just for a moment. What was that like? What are you going to take away from this time of sharing? And we have time for 2 or 3 shares. So I'm going, if you feel like sharing, yep, this one. Just not long, but just 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds.
Sacred means to me the nature and all of its creatures, and that we should protect it, not like we're superior to the animals, but like all of them, and we work together with them to make the earth a better place.
Beautiful. Thank you. I hope.
And the sacred means to me the young activists of the next generation.
Yes. Yeah. Another share. Does anyone else feel courageous enough to share?
native culture, we believe that we are connected to everything. And some of our stories teach us that when grandfather created the world, created Earth, he created the animals first. And then when he was through doing all that, he created us. And we were supposed to look at the animals and learn the lessons of what to do, how not to behave, what to eat, what not to eat. And that was good. We did it for a long time. And then we got too full of ourselves. And we thought they should be looking at us. And we still do. We still think we're sometimes better than our animals or pets, and we abuse them. We do all this, like we abuse Mother Earth. We abuse our animals. We have learned to abuse. That is a horrible thing to say. But when you think about it, have things really changed? If we love our animals, who feeds them? Who takes care of them? So are they in charge, or are we in charge? Let's think about that.
Thank you. Thank you, Emma. Ed, did you want to share?
So it came to me that disasters are sacred, and what I mean by that is disasters create disorder which require us to come together as humanity to help one another. Just look at what happened in Harvey, all the people who came together to help. Katrina, New Orleans today is an entirely different town afterwards because of the social changes that are happening. They're confronting their history of racism. And there's so many examples that you can point to of disasters, which mean literally disorders of the stars. The stars come out of their order, creating and inspiring us to find the sacred.
Beautiful. Thank you. One more.
What's sacred to me is everybody's diversity. Everybody can be their own person. And I don't like when other people are like, you shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't be friends with that person because that person's a bad person. I enjoy everybody's culture and learning different things about every other person. I think that we all need to respect everybody else.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Thank you all.
We're now going to move into the via negativa, having shared these beautiful exchanges and deep stories. Now we're going to go into the dark, into the silence, and ultimately into the grieving. Sister Michelle will lead us that way.
If ever a change is gonna come, it starts with me. When all of my ducks are in a row, it allows me to see. I know whatever I need is there, just waiting for me to step in and start right now, creating whatever I see. Whenever I feel a need for change, I open my heart to wonders that Spirit brings upon me. I'm ready to start. I know whatever I need is there, just waiting for me to step in and start right now, creating whatever I see. A time for transformation, to heal my private nation. Whatever I can be, all I need to do is see. It's time for transformation, to heal my private nation. Whatever I can be, all I need to do is see. All I need to do is see. A time for transformation. Go wherever you're led to go. Say whatever you're led to say. Have faith. You will come the real you. Go wherever you're led to go. Be whomever you're led to be. Have faith. You will see the real you. It's time for transformation.
One of the deepest ways of transforming is to go into our grief. To do that together, I will show you what we're going to do. We're going to get down on all fours, but actually, if you check it out, it's not four, it's sixes. Your hand, your knee, and your foot. I don't know who came up with all fours. I don't think it was a mathematician. So I invite you then to get down on all sixes. You who can, if you have a physical limit, of course you can sit in a chair or sit where you are. But most of us, we went down on all sixes, and then we're going to make a seventh. We're going to put our forehead on the floor as well, like that. Now you don't have to do it because I'll explain a little what we're doing, and then you can do it. So we're doing a couple things here. One thing you're doing is you're creating a chamber, creating an echo chamber. So you're going to hear your own grief. Because the second thing you're going to do is to let the sounds from your third chakra, from your gut, come out. That's where we carry our grief. That's where you feel kicked by injustice, that third chakra. It's where compassion begins. So that whatever sounds want to come out, and you may be surprised. It may be an animal sound. Thomas Aquinas says that there may be a bear inside of us that needs to come out and roar. So you want to, as again, we've created a very safe place here, a very sacred space, all of our prayer together already, so it's a very safe place. So you don't want your head involved in this. The work of grief is in your lower chakras, and you don't want to censor it. You want to let it out. Now, there are just two stages to this. First is listening to yourself. Listen to your own sound. And then keep your sound going and turn your ears to your neighbor's sounds. Two stages. And the first is hearing your own grief, keeping it going, and then listening to your neighbor. Okay? Are there any questions? I think we're going to dim the lights some more. And now, I do recommend this. You might want to focus on a particular issue to get started. It may be the pain and suffering of our Mother Earth. It may be the immigration victims in our culture. It may be another issue, even a personal issue of a loss of a loved one or sickness or something. You can begin by focusing on one thing, but don't cling to it. You may find that you have to move on from there too. But again, do not hold back. Let the sound come out from your gut, from your third chakra, and let us begin. I invite you now to be very gentle with yourself. And just slowly rise, very gently rise, and sit where you are in the silence. Keep the lights low, please, in the silence. Let us now choose a note. Choose any note you want and start chanting the ah sound, and eventually we'll probably end up on the same note. But we want to tone together, call this energy of weeping and grieving together. Oh.
Oh, take my hand, now yes you belong, and lift your voice, now we'll sing this song, and we will root down into the ground. Now we're rising strong, yes, we're rising strong, and we are warriors of the light, and we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong, yes, we're rising strong, and we are warriors of the light, and we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong, yes, we're rising strong. Oh, take my hand, now yes you belong, and lift your voice, now we'll sing this song, and we will root down into the ground. Now we're rising strong, yes, we're rising strong, and we are warriors of the light, and we are stronger when we unite. We awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. Oh, take my hand. Now, yes, you belong. And lift your voice. Now we'll sing this song. And we will root down into the ground. Now we're rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. Oh, take my hand. Yes, you belong. And lift your voice and sing the song. And we will root down into the ground. Now we're rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors. And we are stronger. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. Love, we are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. Oh, take my hand. You belong. Lift your voice. Sing a song. And we will root down into the ground. Now we're rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. And we are warriors of the light. And we are stronger when we unite. We are here to awaken the love. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. Oh, take my hand. You belong. Lift your voice. Sing a song. And we will root down to the ground. We're rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong. We are rising strong. Yes, we're rising strong.
Is Ann here? Come on up, Ann. Okay. Ann and I are going to demonstrate what we'll be doing next, which is a kiss of peace. And what we will be doing is a simple blessing to one another. So you will go up to a person and do this and receive it back. That person does it too. And then you go on to other people. So you go around and do this. And will someone please come and hold the microphone? Okay. So what we'd be doing is bowing to each other, saying namaste. Let's say that together. Namaste, which means I reverence the divine in you. And so one person does it first, the other receives, and then the other person does it. Now, you can change the words. You can say, I reverence the Christ in you, or the Buddha in you, or the goddess in you, or the divine in you, whatever language you want to use. But the gesture is the same, that you nod to each other, and you bless each other, and then you speak. So why don't we do it for them? You go first, why don't you?
Namaste.
Namaste. Then you turn and go to someone else, okay?
Amen. Amen. Surely I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Surely I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Blessed are the poor in spirit, the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Blessed are the gentle, they shall inherit the land. Amen. Amen. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I'm with you. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be consoled. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, the justice of God is theirs. Amen. Amen. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Blessed are the merciful, mercy shall be shown unto them. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall behold their God. Amen. Amen. Surely I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Blessed are those who bring peace, they shall be the children of God. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Let's sing it together. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Truly I say to you, gather in my name, I am with you. Amen. If you may, if you can, you may be seated around the altar as we prepare to receive the gifts. If you choose, you don't have to.
come together in the name of the Creator of all this marvelous universe. All trillion galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars, that has been birthing and birthing and birthing for 13.8 billion years until this moment when we gather, this special, precious moment, when we gather to give thanks for all the gifts of the earth, all the gifts of the sun, the moon, the rains, the clouds, the soil, which blesses all of us and all the creatures on a daily basis. What is more important than being grateful, thankful, and giving thanks? And we give thanks for all the teachers over the centuries and throughout all the world's cultures that have come to awaken us, to remind us to give thanks. We remember White Buffalo Woman. We remember the Buddha and Lao Tzu. We remember Muhammad. We remember Isaiah and Jeremiah and Esther. We remember Mary. We remember Jesus. We remember Dr. King and Oscar Romero and Sister Dorothy Stang and all those who have stood up against the forces of injustice to say no. We remember Gandhi. So many ancestors, so beautiful. We remember Black Elk. So many teachers. And we remember Jesus. We remember how his last night on earth, he took bread. And he said, thanks for the bread. He offered it to us all, to everyone. And he said, take this bread and eat it. For this bread is my body given for you. Let us say these words together. Take this bread and eat it. For this bread is my body given for you.
Given to you.
When his friends had finished eating, they took the cup. Take the cup. And again he gave thanks for the cup, thanks for the wine, for the grapes, for the soil, for the wind, the sunshine, and the rain, and human ingenuity that makes the wine happen. And he said, take and drink you all of this, for this is my life force. Share it with one another. Let us share these words together. Take and eat, drink this, all of you. This is my life force.
This is my life force.
Share it with others.
With others.
This cosmic food is ancient, like we are. The bread and the wine are 13.8 billion years old. And it's none other than Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhist teacher, who meditates deeply on this very act. Thich Nhat Hanh said, take, my friends, this is my flesh, this is my life force. Can there be any more drastic language in order to wake us up? What could Jesus have said that is better than that? This piece of bread is the body of the whole cosmos. If Christ is the body of God, which he is, then the bread he offers is also the body of the cosmos. Look deeply, and you notice the sunshine in the bread, the blue sky in the bread, the cloud and the great earth in the bread. Can you tell me what is not in a piece of bread? The whole cosmos has come together in order to bring you this piece of bread. Eat it in such a way that you come alive, truly alive. Words from Thich Nhat Hanh, a reminder that this gesture, this ritual, goes beyond any particular tradition, reminding us of how sacred all bread is, all drink is. It's all the cosmic bread, the cosmic Christ, the cosmic Buddha, the cosmic presence in our midst. So I invite my fellow leaders here to sing or chant or pray in whatever language they care to pray over, to speak over these sacred elements of bread and wine.
So we breathe in together with gratitude and thanksgiving for the opportunity to be together in community, to purge, to celebrate, to dance, to sing, to shout, to praise this thing that breathes us right now. I'm giving great thanks for the opportunity to eat this bread and drink this wine, knowing that the transformation and the resurrection happens within. In all things holy I pray, and so it is.
I once heard said that man does not live by bread alone. That man or the person who said it missed the concept altogether. Because within the bread, it's like it was said, are all the elements, all the herbs, the water that it took to get those plants to grow, to get the wheat to grow, to get all the seeds that we put in here to grow. So, yes, we can, because we are the bread. Because grandfather made us in his image. And so he made the bread. So we are the bread. Water is the blood of Mother Earth. That is our wine. That is what we drink. So the whole concept was lost. Sometimes you get too smart and you don't see the forest for the bunch of trees in front of you. You're looking for it. It's right there. Smart is good, but when you get too full of yourself, you miss the whole thing. I speak very humbly, very simple. I'm a very simple woman. I'm an old Apache woman, an Ocarissa woman, Escagno. And right now, just this last weekend, we sent food, bread, water to drink to the people of my tribe, the Escagno. They're down in the valley right now, protesting the wall. They have been for over a month. We have been fighting the pipeline. We have been fighting all these things. We recognize all the native tribes that are here. But the Carrizos were here all along the border before anybody else came. My father's people didn't come in here till 1774. The Carrizos, my mother's tribe, was already here, and so did all the others. And we're still not recognized as natives. The federal government still won't give us that recognition. But we don't need it. We know who we are, and we honor Mother Earth, Father Sky, and every one of you that is in here, because we are all one. There's only one race, and that's a human race, no matter what they say. And so, with this simple words, I say thank you to all of you for being here, for taking the time to heal yourself, to make yourself happy, to be part of this, to love yourself enough to be here, to take that time to be here. We could all be at home watching something else, but no, we chose to be here. I almost overslept, but something woke me up. And I got here, and I thought I was late. So thank you, Grandfather, for waking me up, for bringing me to meet Matthew, this beautiful lady here, to listen to these voices, to listen to all your voices, to see you move. All these gifts that come from our Creator. Some of us can't sing. That's okay. He didn't say you have to sing pretty. He just said you have to sing. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. He gave you your voice. He wants to hear your voice. People come to me and say, will you pray for me? I say, why? Can't you talk? He gave you your voice. He wants to hear your voice. He hears mine all the time. So he wants to hear your voice. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us this experience. I'll hold it in my heart forever, forever, forever. Thank you.
We come together in this space to remember that we are the same fabric, elements of the same base, snips of the same cloth, experiencing at different times great happiness and great loss. The myths that have guided many before can seem lost, but here we are reaching despite the cost. It can feel like reaching in the dark, deep down into the earth, spiritual in a modern world, a silent battle fought. But the moth eats at our socks, licks our feet, pondering, wondering, star children continuing to seek. Digging, digging, knocking questions, why? Why our life? Why our time? What bigger purpose do we serve? Bring the void closer in an era where everything needs to be heard. The closer we are to the center, the darker it gets, the warmer it is, the safer we feel. Bring the pain and the sadness, because the hope of peace that eternal silence brings, the beauty of that dark gate and beyond to life again. Bring the lightness, the brightness of what lies on top, the love, the obvious, the niceness, the patience, consciousness from above. Bring the yin and the yang, the realities of life until we are together again. Let us remember in this life that our connection is from the root, that we are earth. We are her eyes, her heart, her mind, her glorious hair, and oh, how we shine. Her dirt under our nails, her oceans, our tears, her volcanoes, our anger, our passions, her earthquakes, our fears. The pressure we feel, our self-destructive ways, our intuition stares back as our resistance fades. Mirrors reflected alike, she, us, the sun, the skies, the star, a cell, we all. Us, again and again, all this intelligence above and buried below. Let us remember to go with death, to go with life, to go with love, communion, family, and friends. Remember that we are the light, not just the bulb. We meeting this electricity again and again, just deeper, like before, this spiritual communion that connects us all to our core.
And who are you?
I am Asian A. Asian A.
Thank you, Asian A. Jesus left us a prayer. Many people know it as the Our Father, but when you go to the original language that Jesus spoke, which is Aramaic, it's a very playful language. It's a tribal language, and it has many translations, some of which we have not heard before. And so what I'm going to do is to read just one verse in the new translation and have you echo it back. And then we'll go through the prayer like that. Okay? Okay. O birther, Father, Mother of the cosmos.
O birther, Father, Mother of the cosmos.
You create all that moves in light.
You create all that moves in light.
Focus your light within us. Make it useful.
Focus your light within us. Make it
as the rays of a beacon show the way.
As the rays of a beacon show the way.
Create your reign of unity now.
Create your reign of unity now.
Through our fiery hearts and willing hands.
Through our fiery hearts and willing hands.
Let all wills move together in your vortex.
Let all wills move together in your vortex.
As stars and planets swirl through the sky.
Stars and planets swirl through the sky.
Grant what we need each day in bread and insight.
Grant what we need each day in bread and insight.
Subsistence for the call of growing life.
Subsistence for the call of growing life.
Loose the cords of mistakes binding us.
Loose the cords of
mistakes binding us.
As we release the strands we hold of others' guilt.
As we release the strands of others' guilt.
Don't let surface things delude us,
Don't let surface things delude us,
but free us from what holds us back
free us from what holds us back
from our true purpose.
from our true purpose.
Out of you, the astonishing fire,
The astonishing fire,
the birthing glory, returning light and sound to the cosmos.
turning light and sound to the cosmos.
Amen. 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 It is now our privilege to dine on this bread and to drink of the cup. And so there will be 4 stations, one at each of the altars, one at each of these wonderful altars. And you are invited to line up and go there. And we invite you to keep silence during this time. Kind of hold the silence, make it a contemplative time as we eat and drink this cosmic food, this sacred food together. All are invited.
Oh, gratitude, 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 gratitude. Ooh, ooh. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, all around me, gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. One more time. Gratitude before me, let's claim it. Gratitude behind me, let's know it. Gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Let's say, I'm so grateful. Find some harmony. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Yes, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. warriors we are. That's right, warrior dance. Let's raise up these prayers. Release them into the ether. Raise it up. Raise it up. There we go. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Raise it up. Warrior dance. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Warriors of the light. Warriors of the light. Warriors of the light. Warriors of the light. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Warriors, 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 warriors. Thank you. Take a deep breath in. Audible sigh. Just take a moment, just take a moment. Just take a moment.
And let's start to gather. Just start to gather the energy. Gather the energy that we've created here. Gather it up and send it out. Send it out to back thousands of years to the beginning of time. And forward thousands of years to the future generations. Send it down below you, all around. And let's just make a sound as we go up. Let's go. Thank Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Round of applause for yourselves. Thank you. You guys did amazing. And so we're going to bring Vance Black Fox back up to do a thank you to the land. Vance.
So I think I danced to those songs just last night. I want to share just quickly from my tradition, the Cherokee tradition, an ancient story. I won't share the story, but just to say, it was Grandma Spider, little bitty Grandma Spider, who brought the light to the Cherokee people all that time, way back when. And so it isn't just always what we think of as warriors in our head that are the warriors. It's also the meek, the humble, the vulnerable, that allow the light in. Now, she carried that light from across the world after journeying there to get it, after gathering up some clay and putting that clay pot on her back, and then journeyed all the way back in dangerous places so that we might be able to see a little more clearly, so we might be in better relationship with one another. And so we had to remember, we were asked to remember that it is not to be taken for granted, the gift of light, the gift of the clay, of the earth, of the hard work of our grandmas, our aunties, our mothers, and Mother Earth to provide for us. And so with that being said, I remind you that there's nothing in creation that depends upon human hands to survive and thrive. It has its own life and will thrive and survive just as it needs to. But we as humans depend upon everything in creation for our happiness, our surviving, and our thriving. And so let us give thanks each moment, this moment in particular, in this place, for what Mother provides us. And might we go out into the directions, all 4 of them, or all 6 of them, giving thanks for all that the Creator has provided. Amen.
Thank you, Vance. And there's many people to thank for this moment that put this on and together. And I'd like to invite Zet up to help me remember everyone. And Zet, thank you very much for all of your efforts. And yep. And I want to, and also Jennifer Barrett for her help with production. Yep. And Ann Helmke, would you come up, Ann? It was her vision that brought this event here. There, yeah, right here. Thank you. Yeah, she had a dream of creating this type of space, and she helped to bring this here. And what's that? And Rudy, where's Rudy? Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. And Rudy was part of the core team in bringing this here as well. And Michelle Jordan. Come on up. Amazing ritual leader. And Ayashane, or Ajane, sorry. I knew I was going to say Ajane. And before I mess up any more names, I'm going to hand it over to Zet to thank some of the others that were involved in making this happen.
I want to thank each one of you for bringing your big heart here tonight to raising the love in our city, raising this compassion and joy that we all feel. And I want to thank the Whitley Center for allowing us to be here and for this gorgeous space. And our sponsors who made it possible to bring this team here to San Antonio, Fall Winsboro, and the Peace Center, Elizabeth and Drew Cawthorn, Ann Helmke, the Soul Center, the Celebration Circle, and the volunteers that have made this happen. There's so many of you. I'm not going to name everybody, but yes, please give a big round of applause. And the University of the Incarnate Word, and these are the groups that created the four elements, the altars, or the four directions. The University of the Incarnate Word, St. Mary's, Las Almas, and the San Antonio Interfaith Environmental Network. So many hands and hearts went into making this possible, and we want to thank you. Elizabeth and Drew have books for sale, Matthew's books, and the Order of the Sacred Earth are here and available, and we invite you to take them home with you and read them and take the vow, and I think that's the next step.
Oh, yeah. We're still in our thank yous. Of course, we want to thank the Circle Band. Will you give them a big round of applause? Emma, of course, Emma Ortega, for your beautiful, beautiful prayer. I want to thank our amazing sound team, our tech team, our videographers, our photographers, our dancers, all of you. Raise your hands and thank each other. And Vance, thank you, Vance, of course, thank you for opening and closing our beautiful space. Vance, if you feel called to come join us. And can I say one more thing? Can we just give Zet another thank you? I'm assuming you all knew that she just had like the craziest week in her life, and she's still here, and she was still dancing in Transformativa. Now I want to say one more thing, and then I'll pass it to Sky. It's really important. Are you still listening? Who's listening? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. This is the most important thing I'm going to say all night, even though I've not said much. Anne and Zet and Rudy brought us here, and it took a lot of effort, and they brought us here with a vision. It was not just to create an experience tonight. We had the taste of an experience. What they want to build is a community. Keep the cosmic mass going. Keep this transformative energy going. I hope you all stay connected with one another and with them, and keep this alive in San Antonio.
And also the video from this will be available afterwards for free. And so you can share it. And thank you to Matthew Fox for all of your years of dedication, for creating this amazing ritual.
And I want to thank Skylar Wilson for having the courage to shoulder this new ritual. And it takes a lot of energy and a lot of courage and a lot of folly to lead new forms of ritual, and he's got it all. So I thank him for that. And finally, I'd like to say a word. I have no doubt whatsoever that in addition to all of us here today praying and dancing and all, the angels came too. The spirits were here tonight for sure. I've had a thesis for some time that angels, who are very bright beings and who love to worship, have been pretty bored at worship for a couple centuries. And that's a big part of bringing back forms of worship that are interesting to the angels, because we need their help today. They want to help us, and they want to tune in to our intuition. That's what they love to do. They walk the highway of intuition. And I think that all the wonderful dancing that we were doing tonight they were thrilled about. And of course, they were also envious because they can't dance. They don't have bodies. So it's such a gift that we've got these bodies so we can pray in ways that angels can't pray. But we don't want to set them up dualistically. They are our inspirers as well. They want to infiltrate our intuitions and enter our prayers. And so I think together we were praying together with the spirit world tonight as well, and of course the ancestors.
Aho, amen, aho. Thank you. And so as you leave, I just want you to imagine yourself tomorrow remembering this and asking yourself, what's most worth remembering? What's most worth bringing into the world? What change do I have to bring? And may it be so. So it is. And we'll be out signing books if anybody's interested. We could also use some help cleaning up if you want to hang out and meet each other and create community. You guys are all beautiful. Thank you so much. Love you.